come on in and gather around the table of your own mind and your own thoughts and your own curriculum. How about that? Should I cut this light on right here? Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. It's too bright, huh? Can I dull this thing a little bit? Can I dull it? Yeah, when I dull it, see, you can read it now. On the air. What's good with y'all? Come on in here. Good. Come on. Listen, I ain't finna play with y'all this morning. Come on in. How y'all doing this morning? Come on in. Gather around the table. It's a blessing to be here this morning. Yeah, I cannot do it without my covering this morning. So maybe I put my covering on. Just ask the creator of all things to keep me covered. Keep me covered. It's all good, right? There's no reason not to. How y'all feel this morning? This is the day after my birthday. And let me go in first. Come on, you ready? On the march, get set. Ready, go. Ooh-wee. How y'all feel this morning? Come on in to the assignment. Come on in to the assignment. Let me stop playing with y'all this morning. I don't want to play with y'all this morning. Hey, I don't want to play with y'all this morning. Look, I don't want to play with y'all this morning. I ain't going to play. I'm going to stay right here and stand in the paint. Cover my shoulders, though, so I can stay covered. And at the same time, you know what I'm saying, the creator of all things will do what's supposed to be done. In the midst of trials and tribulations, you know you're going to have them in the earth. And it's all good, right? I think it's all good when you know who you are and whose you are, and you can be protected from the vultures, if you will. And the only reason why I'm using these words like this here is because last night, the day of my birthday, for whatever reason, I turned on the TV last night. First time I've had the TV on quite a while now. I really don't watch TV. Anybody that knows me know I really don't watch TV. And at the same time, not watching TV. I just, whatever reason, I flipped it on. Basically, I think just to get some light in the room without cutting the big light on. You know how sometimes you just want some light or some background noise just to kind of, allow for your day to end the way it's supposed to. And at the same time, in me doing so last night, I turned on, it almost looked like Animal Planet. It almost looked like it, but the name of it was Nature, Universal Nature, or something like that, Nature's Universe, or something like that, right? And I sat there and I watched how the animals took care of their cubs and took care of their babies, and how everything was always a threat based on the fact that they had to walk through the terrain of life, right? And these are animals. And I sat there and I watched this thing for hours, maybe like 3 hours, session after session after session. I watched how lioness and lions take care of their cubs, and they have to walk through the terrain of life in Africa. And they were somewhere in South Africa, and it was just like, look, man, it's like it was remarkable how I sat there and watched the water bees and the different animals, the zebras and the different animals that were always prey. They were always prey. There was never a time when what was the name of these the spotted dogs or something like that, painted dogs, the painted dogs. And I'm like, these things was ruthless, but they went after the meal. And they'll surround their prey, and then they'll attack it. And then, I guess the slide into the next film, and you'll see all of the cubs they're eating. And after all the other big animals then attack the prey, then they'll eat and get full, and then they'll leave the rest for their cubs to eat and get their first taste of what meat tastes like as carnivores. And I was just sitting there. Look, I sat there and watched this stuff about 2 hours, y'all. Ooh, and I got so much revelations through just watching how animals do it, how the painted and the water bees and the painted dogs, and how they went and sought after their prey, and that person, I mean that particular animal did not know that it was time for him to die that day, but they'll kill it. They'll kill their prey and then let everybody feast off of the prey. And I was just like sitting there watching this stuff like, so this is how the world is ran. All we have to do is sit back and watch animals and animal kingdom, and see how they attack their prey and how they spread out as they approach the prey, and then make a big circle around them, and then come up and then look at it, and then attack it, and just like get what they need from it. And I'm like, wait a minute. And it was big, man. I sat there and watched that thing for about 2 or 3 hours, and it touched me somehow or another. I had compassion towards the prey, and I had compassion towards the prayer, the person who, I mean, the pack of wolves, or the pack of painted dogs, or the pack of lions and tigers and things of that nature, how they ran their prey down and just got them around their neck, and they'll just sit there for hours just with the prey in their mouth, around their neck, in the softest part of their body. They'll grab the neck, and they'll just gnaw on it or chew on it until the animal just there's no longer life in it. And I just sat there and watched how our animals on Animal Kingdom, it wasn't Animal Kingdom, its name was Nature's Universal Nature, or some Nature's Universe, or something like that. But it was just remarkable how they did it. And I just sat there, I'm like, so this is how the world is done. Like the world, you could sit and look at nature and then get a pretty good picture of how us as human beings operate as well. And I don't know, I just sat there and watched it, and it was a blessing for my birthday just to sit back and do absolutely nothing. I did not leave this house all day. I did not leave my place all day, and I sat back and I relaxed and I ate and got full and went to sleep and woke back up and ate some more and got full and went to sleep and just woke back up, and the rain was just hitting on the window pane, and when I just sat there and I just listened to the rain in quiet, and nothing was on. Nothing was on. And I really enjoyed my day. I enjoyed my 57th year of life and living. And I even got a special phone call, and it was just sat up there for an hour, just talking about grandma them, grandpa them, and just reminiscing on the prayers that has been prayed over the years for me and my people. And it's just kind of, I don't know, y'all. It just kind of rubbed me a good way just to sit there and watch how the animals do it. And I just kind of like, enjoyed my day. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't say too much to anybody. I didn't make any phone calls. I did answer. And I just want to say thank you to every individual who said birthday wishes or sent out a birthday greeting to me that, about my birthday, and things of that nature just kind of warmed my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't never know if you're going to make it to another year. You just never know. You don't know when your number will be called. and you will have to leave this earth. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. And so I think that while we're here, we should be celebrating every day, because every day is a blessing. Every day is a reason to say thank you, or a reason to have gratitude, a reason to be joyful, a reason to be sanctified, which means set apart for his usage. And so at the same time, sanctification is a part of the whole process, to be set apart, to be, used by the creator of all things to say whatever it is that your heart's desire. What is your heart's desire? You know what I'm saying? What do you want to say to the world and to the world, and the systems in the world? And so I think that this is a beautiful space that he has me in at this moment. Who would ever think that it's almost 2 years, October 15th, 2024. Next month on the October 15th would make my second year anniversary, that I should just sit before the mind of the people and speak my piece, and that's all I'm doing. I don't mean to ruffle no feathers, and I definitely don't want to, get your panties in a bunch, I mean, I'm sorry. I shouldn't, I don't want to ruffle you all up and get you all, acting crazy, moist and wet. And so it's all good. And so at the same time, I mean, that's not gender specific. That's for everybody. That's for men and women. For real, for real. I ain't trying to get you all in a bunch, my brother. I'm just going to sit here and be thankful and be grateful and be appreciative of everything that he has allotted for me in my life. Y'all see, I got a birthday gift right here. And somebody went, to Paris. They went to Paris. Paris, what happened for you, my friend? Hey, Paris. They went to Paris, and at the same time brought me back a souvenir. I wish I had some green on this morning. I didn't know it was green. I thought it was actually blue. But it's all good. You can do it how you do it. Nobody else in the earth has that fingerprint that can do it your way. And you're going to have to stand up and be counted, right? And stand up and be accounted for and be impactful in the earth in whatever capacity that you desire. You know what I'm saying? It's multiple frequencies that can be tapped into as we move and matriculate through this thing called life. There's multiple frequencies. And I just tap into the academic side of the frequencies in the earth. I just choose to tap into the academic side of it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? They got the shake a booty side. They got every kind of side you want to name. You know what I'm saying? They're going to walk in front of you with the walk. They got the walk side, the little baddie walk side, and they just walk in front of the camera and show they buttocks, and at the same time, that's their content. You know what I'm saying? Which is okay. Well, who are we to say not that they shouldn't be doing it that way? And so I'm not here to say anything other than that. Thank you for allowing me to be a voice and to be I guess a thought leader, if you will, in the free world, and just think about thoughts that can, ultimately challenge and change us and cause us to transition from the lower vibrational aspect of life into the higher vibrational aspect. How about that? How about moving from acidity in your thoughts, ma'am, to alkalinity in your conscientiousness, sir? You know what I'm saying? Move, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to move physically, but you're going to have to move. And you can move psychologically, you know what I'm saying? You can move in the awareness of it all. You know what I'm saying? You can move in being alert about the fact that if you're thinking thoughts that are low vibrational and thinking thoughts to try to break someone else down, to make someone else be belittled, or to try to belittle someone else in your observations towards them, and you just try to break that person down. And then I'm here, ma'am, to build you up. Hey, sir, I'm going to build you up. Even in the midst of you saying to me that I'm going to break you down, I'm going to still be here to lift you up, man, and make you become a better person, a better source in the earth. And if that can't happen in the process by which I desire for you to be built up, then before I'll try to break you down, I'll remove myself out of your viewpoint. I'll remove myself out of your area. I'll take the high road by removing myself, so that way we don't have to go back and forth with nothing. I have no desire to go back and forth with anyone as it pertains to anything that I might say, because at the same time, as long as the creator of all things is satisfied with my actions, then I'm covered. And so I want to be covered by his blessings and by his privilege and by his honor and by his, so I just want to be covered. So I just want to cover me. Just cover me. I'll talk to y'all like this. I'll talk to y'all like this. Just cover me, Father. Yeah, just cover me. In the midst of it all, I just desire your covering. Protect me. Keep me in a peaceful place. I'm a peaceful brother. I don't want to be going back and forth with individuals who desire to. And so I don't want to do that. And so it's in my spirit to tell you, please leave me alone. Let me live. I'll remove myself from your presence. I'll remove myself from your presence. And I'll stay covered under the blood. Because the blood that was shed on Calvary's cross for the remission of sins, I still acknowledge. I still accept. I still understand. I still comprehend that the blood that was shared on Calvary's cross is still one drop. I asked him years ago, like, how much of your blood did it take in order for you to wash away the sins of the world, of the past, the present, and the future? And he said, one drop. And I thought about that for a second, because y'all know I'm a vivid thinker. And so at the same time, I took a syringe one day when I was working in the hospital. And I opened a syringe and I had one drop of saline on the tip of the syringe. I squeezed it out till the saline can come to one drop, and it just hung there on the tip of the needle. It just sat right there. That one drop of saline sat there at the tip of the needle. As long as I didn't touch it, it wouldn't drop. And I tell you that one drop is all it took for the power, for the prestige, for the peace, for the purpose by which he shed his blood on Calvary's cross for the remission of sins. And so I know I'm covered under the blood. And I'm just asking you to stay where you are. Leave me alone. That's all I'm asking. So I can move according to the power that worketh within me. I have the rod and I have his staff, and they both comfort me. Did you hear me? I say I have the rod and I have the staff, and they're both here to comfort. And so I'm thankful this morning. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. I can do it how I want to do it, because this is the way that he desired me to get it done. And so I'm thankful this morning. I'm covered. I'm covered and I'm kept. Even when I didn't know that I was being kept, he was keeping me for such a time as this. And so I'm thankful for keeping me. I'm thankful for being covered. I'm thankful for every tassel. I'm thankful for all of the plaits. I'm thankful for everything that this represents. I'm thankful for it because I know who I am and I know whose I am. And so the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures, and he leadeth me beside the still water. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies, anointeth my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I should dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. I know that I'm covered because I'm dwelling. I dwell in the secret place of the Most High, and I shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I'm asking you, as I move, as I matriculate, as I see, as I comprehend, as I watch, as I become aware, as I become a witness, as I become a person that will continue to understand and comprehend that my belief is still in the creator of all things. Yes, my belief. I believe, I create, then I become. And so it's all working for our good. Did you hear me? I said it's all working for our good. I want to tell you this. Focus on consistency. They're both also significance in the process of life. I said focus and consistency are significant in the process of life. Focus and consistency. And I want to send positive vibrations to the universe. And they must be consistent with what I believe, the positive vibrations in the earth. That there are positive vibrations. That there are positive vibrations in the earth. And I want to send these positive vibrations to the universe. And the feelings associated with the thought must always be positive so as to attract positive outcomes. That you can never repetitively always talk about bringing people down, bringing people low, or humbling somebody, or they're untouchable, and you feel as though it's your job to bring that person low. Be careful, ma'am. Be careful, sir. Hey, cousins in the earth, be careful when you want to have and you want to take the control and make it feel like you want to bring someone down or humble somebody because they look good in your eyesight. And so you make it be your job to humble them. Be careful. Make sure that you are humbling yourself first. Because at the same time, the holes that you dig for others, you might just be digging for yourself. Be careful not to, see a slippery slope for somebody to fall in and you try to add more water and palmolive to their fall. Be careful not to do that because you think you're living the way you're living now. And I promise you, you'll be living worse if you always try to bring somebody down. Bringing them down, man, means you're already under them. That means you're trying to pull them down. And that's not the correct way to think about this thing. And so I'm here this morning to tell you, make sure you focus and you're consistent on something that's significant in the process of bringing positive vibrations to the universe, which must be consistently and constantly aware of. And the feelings associated with that thought must always be positive so that they attract positive outcomes. You're gonna put in positive and you'll come out with positive. And so I try at my best to avoid negative thoughts and feelings, which is indeed necessary to make the law of attraction work. But this must might most likely be difficult for most people since negative emotions can easily be triggered from different factors, such as stress, such as unbelief, such as anxiety, such as depression. And so stress seems to be the delicacy found in everyday menu of life, and stress can awaken several other negative emotions in a person. Stress can. When you're not getting enough sleep, man, and when you're sleep deprived, working from multiple jobs, you are sleep deprived. You can't even operate with the vast variety of rest and relaxation because the sleep is you're deprived of sleep. And it causes stress and anxiety and depression, and it causes you to operate from a negative side of thought. And so get rest, babe. Baby boy, get some rest. Get some sleep under your belt. Get 2 or 3 days of rest and relaxation so that when you come back, you'll be a better person to be able to understand and comprehend. And so I'm here this morning to tell every individual on the sound of my voice, focus in on the positive thoughts and feelings. One must also focus only on the things or the events or the goals that he or she would like to have or to achieve. When you focus your attention towards the goals and towards the achievements and towards the accolades and towards the advancements and towards the inclinations and the elevations, when you focus your attention in that direction, it will give you what you need. It will give you what you desire, which is the positive outcome. And so these will actually end up attracting that experience by which you desire, which is the positive outcome, man. Hey, sir, bring the most positive thoughts in your mind to the forefront of your membrane and think on those things, the high and lifted up things, the things that will give you the best result. And so I know that this really sounds familiar to people who experience trying to avoid someone or something and end up encountering that same someone or that same something. But most of the time, the more people run away from something, the more they seem to be haunted by it. This is because their thoughts are focused on the things that they don't want, which is further enhanced by the very strong emotions. Therefore, the universe answered them by giving them what their thoughts are, which is the things that they did not want. And so all I'm telling you to do is shift your thoughts, man. This is the reason why one must never think about the things that they do not like. Instead, one must focus focus on what they want to have. According to the law of attraction, being able to answer the how question is not important. One must not keep wondering how he or she will get the things or the goals that they want. Such thinking can only trigger worrying, and worrying is a negative tone which must be avoided. Being specific is also very crucial in the process. Stating what exactly it is that you want is indeed necessary to make the attraction work. It is all if you want money, he or she must state that exact amount that they would like to have. Lastly, and perhaps the most important factor is believing. This is very crucial to make all of other factors work accordingly. Without the genuine trust and faith in the power of the mind, one can never experience the law of attraction working in his or her favor. So believing is the most important ingredient and yet the most difficult to provide for some people. And so I read that in your hearing this morning. I read that in your hearing of how to think rich and the power of the mind, and to believe, create, and become everything that it is that you desire. And so I'm here this morning as Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. And I'm on assignment. I'm here to tell every individual under the sound of my voice, grab your rod and your staff, because it's designed to comfort you in the times of trouble. And so I'm here this morning to tell you to also get your weighted blanket, because that weight of the blanket comfort you through your times of trouble as well, the weighted blanket. And I remember telling somebody and having a session about this weighted blanket. And I'm telling y'all that you're going to need a weighted blanket on your bed for the next trials and tribulations that's coming down the pike. Is designed to allow you to stay comforted in the midst of the trial and the tribulation. It's allotted for you to stay comforted in the midst of going up and down, trials and tribs. And so I'm here this morning to tell you, be careful, walk intentional. Let's not walk accidental in the earth. Let's walk intentional. Let's walk intentionally aware of the assignment upon your own life. And so I'm here this morning to tell every individual on the sound of my voice, be aware, walk cautious, walk cognitive, walk in the awareness of it all. As we vastly approach the end of this year, all type of things that will be coming down the pike, we're going to have to stay aware of. We're going to have to be intentional about our observations. And it's certain uncoverings, and it's certain things that will be uncovered and revealed as this year, towards this year ending. And so at the same time, I'm here this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment to tell you to keep yourself covered. Keep your mind and your thoughts and your will turning. Keep your will. I mean your will in the middle of a wheel. I said keep it turning. Keep it churning. Make sure that you're churning your will and understanding and comprehending everything there is to know. So I'll close my eyes and speak into the mind of the people as I stand here with my rod and my staff that will comfort me during these times. And so I'm thankful that I've made it to 57 years of living. I made it to 57 years of life. 57 years, I had to have done something correctly. I know I'm not perfect, but I'm pure. And I know that I have not crossed all my spiritual T's and dotted all my I's, but I'm sincere, authentic, and genuine in my efforts and my energy towards the world and towards his people and towards the mind of his people. So am I perfect? Absolutely not. Have I crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's? No. I'm not perfect, but I'm pure. I'm thankful that the creator of all things given me this assignment, that I can stand before the mind of the people and show all of it. Have I done all the things correctly? No. Do I profess to be perfect? Absolutely not. Have I failed and faltered? Yes. Have I failed and was frail in my failure? Yes. Was I feeble? As was my knees feeble? Did I shake through processes of life? Yes, I did. I've made mistakes. I've done wrong. And I've wronged people. And I've asked for forgiveness. And I've been granted my forgiveness. And so at the same time, who can hold me accountable to anything when I've already done the time and I've already done I went through the protocol in order for me to become everything that I am. And so I'm grateful this morning. I'm thankful this morning. I'm appreciative this morning. I love life. I love the energy by which this branch has once was connected to the tree, to the vine. And I'll hold this tree that's now disconnected, but was once connected. And it's my staff now. It's my rod now. It's my ability now. It's my agility to stay firm and to stay solid in my walk. As I walk through this thing called life, and as I matriculate through life's curriculum, there's no perfection in life. No one can say they've crossed all their T's and dotted all their I's, man. Because you will be lying to the face of the creator of all things if you said you've crossed all your T's and dotted each one of your I's. Yeah. And so he knows that we are an imperfect people. Striving towards perfection at one time I was. Now I no longer strive towards perfection because I know that I'm not good enough to ever get there. But one thing that I am, ma'am, sir, one thing that I am that no one can ever tell me that I'm not is pure. I might not be perfect, but I'm pure. Ooh-wee. You will never be perfect in the flesh, but you can be pure in your spirit. And in the spirit realm, you can be pure, but you will never be perfect in the natural. And so I'm here this morning. As I previously mentioned, the law of attraction is not recently discovered, yet it seems that the formalization of said notion took place only in the present time. And for the moments the concept reappeared in books, several people showed interest, even skeptics. The sudden rise of popularity of the said law among people and among across nations can be attributed to the very promising and life-changing influence of the law. The law of attraction reveals that people have the power to attract the things or the goals in life that they have been dreaming of. There are no limitations. Do you hear me? I say there are no limitations. The only limitation, the only limiting beliefs is within yourself, man. Sir, there are no limitations. The only limiting beliefs is within your own thoughts and your own mind. And so I'm here to tell you that don't let no limitations mentioned as to what kind of things can be attracted by the power of the mind. It can be anything from a new car or a house or a job or a new relationship or happiness and so on. Anything that the heart's desire, anything that your heart's desire, ma'am, can be achieved among and according to the law of attraction. Don't forget, money is part of the category called anything. And the aforementioned factors are necessary to make the law of attraction work together with the proper positive mindset and would definitely help one to or to translate dreams of becoming rich into a reality. And I'm here to tell you, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Your mind, your thoughts predict everything that you desire. And your heart's desire, it's the desire by which the creator of all things desire to bless you. But you got to set your intentions on your heart's desire. Get your heart and your mind off of somebody else's stuff. Leave that person alone and focus in on your own stuff, man. Your own stuff, sir. A cousins in the earth, your own stuff. A nieces and nephews in the earth, your own stuff. Uncles and aunties in the earth, your own stuff. A kings and queens in this earth, your own stuff. Focus in on your own. Ooh-wee. You'll see that all things are possible. Did you hear me? I say you'll see for yourself that all things are possible. Ooh-wee. All things. After all, there's nothing left, man. Did you hear me? I say after all, there's nothing left. And so I'm here this morning, a day after my 57th birthday. I'm here on my assignment, talking to the mind of the people, under my covering, under everything that I need that will cover me as time progresses. The prayers that Mama Essie and Mama Mother Hammett and Sister Brown and Mother Brown and Sister Hammett and Mother Britt, their prayers still stick with me today. So in order to fight me, you got to come through my ancestors. You got to go before my ancestors first. They're here with me as my protection. My son and my mother is here with me as my protectors. And so they are our ancestors now. If they've gone on before us, then they're our ancestors. And so it was only through me making an altar for my mother and my son. I built them an altar in my home that sit there with a plant and a water trickling down this water that sounds like a running water that is trickling down. I leave life and a beautiful plant in their honor because they're still here with me as my ancestor because they've gone on before me. And so now I'm here. Now I'm thankful. Now I'm grateful. Now I can dry my tears. Now I can dry my teary eyes. I don't think since I built that altar that I even shed a tear anymore because now they're here with me. And so I'm thankful this morning. I'm grateful. I'm honored. I'm privileged to make it to 57 years of life. I read what 57, the spiritual meaning of 57. I'll do it again just because I know that I am 57 years of living. What's the spiritual significance of 57?
7 indicates a period of changes in spiritual development. It encourages you to rely on your intuition and inner wisdom to guide you through life's transitions. It's a sign from your angels to trust that the changes you are experiencing are for your highest good and to keep a positive attitude.
Did you hear me? I say the number 57 that I am so thankful to reach. I know I got 3 more years before I hit 60, but at this moment, I'm going to enjoy my 57th birthday and the significance behind the reason why I believe that the creator of all things have left me here. And I know that 57 indicates a period of changes and spiritual development. And it encourages you to rely on your intuition and your inner wisdom to guide you through life's transitions. It is a sign from your angels to trust the changes that you are experiencing are for your highest good and to keep a positive attitude. And so at the same time, a celestial message of encouragement and heralding major life changes that align with your spiritual purpose and embrace the transformation that comes, knowing that they are for your highest good and will lead you to personal growth and enlightenment. And so I'm thankful. I'm thankful, y'all. I am thankful. I am grateful. I am spirit. I am new. I am a voice. I am a thought leader. I just want to lead you into conscientious thoughts of understanding and comprehensions throughout the world, throughout the earth, throughout this nation, throughout the galaxies, throughout the cosmos, throughout the constellations. Because when he said, "Let there be," all those things came. I don't want to be limited to what people or things or the narratives might be to limit us down this narrow road of thought and conscientiousness and comprehensions in the earth. I want to be universally understood. And I want us to understand the universe as a whole, holistic value in the earth. And so I'm thankful and I'm grateful for the trees. I'm thankful and grateful for everything that I connect with here on earth, the dirt by which I came from. 96% of our bodies, every 100% really, but 96% of our bodies was made up of 4 elements. Google them for yourself. I refuse to tell you anymore. 96% of our bodies was made up of 4 elements, and all 4 of those elements, guess what? Is in that small little periodical table chart that we learned about in 8th grade. Just Google it for yourself. 96% of our bodies is made up of what? And I can tell you this, that those 96% is made up of 4 elements of our bodies. And all those elements was found in the dirt by which he scraped and blew the ruach breath of Adam life into Adam's nostril, and he became a living soul. And so 96%. The other 4%, ma'am, is still there too. It's gold, it's mercury, it's several other things, small traces of mercury and gold is in our bodies. And gold was in the dirt, platinum was in the dirt, silver was in the dirt. And these what helps our electromagnetic forces that makes our heart beat and our things move in our brain and our thoughts and the fiber optics that move around us in our brains and our thoughts. We need gold in order to matriculate those at the efficiently effective neurotransmitters. And so I don't want to go too deep. This is just my own personal thought out my brain. I ain't read nothing right now, y'all. And so at the same time, I got to go. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Senior, your thought-provoking specialist. I've been on here 48 minutes. I'm just here to drop wisdom, knowledge, and understanding as it pertains to the holistic value by which I believe he wants us all to understand. And so I'm thankful this morning. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative of everything he's allotted in my life. Yeah. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it without the sincerity by which I say it. And I want to say this to you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Hourglass Era. Did you hear me? Where the sands of time converge in the morning, Monday through Thursday, in the 9 o'clock hour. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment. Allow us to guide as we delve into the depths of our consciousness and navigate the interwoven pathways of the mind. Join me on this thought-provoking journey where we explore the spiritual, intellectual, and physical realms, peering into the very essence of health awareness and holistic understandings. Everything on this earth is symbolic of the hourglass concepts, and its center represents neutrality, a balance, a pivotal metaphor for our journey here in the hourglass. Just as the pH transition from acidity to alkalinity, so too must we navigate our thoughts from discordance to harmony. It's about transversing the realms of the seven chakras and unlocking the spiritual experiences and aligning our conscious selves with a greater aspect of life. Each session here unravels. Did you hear me? I say each session here unravels. Each session here unravels. And at the same time, we're going to continue to unravel certain things and misconceptions. Each session here unravels the unexplored conscious thoughts of human existence, inviting you to awaken, transcend, and comprehend the vast expansions of our inner world. And so, come, tune in, and let's embark together on this extraordinary odyssey towards enlightenment. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Hourglass Era. And so I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. I'm on assignment. I got my rod and my staff. Did you hear me? I say I have my rod and my staff that comforts me. And so I'm thankful and I'm grateful that it's forever here with me on my journey, on my odyssey through this thing called life. Thank you for chiming in with me this morning. Thank you for being a part of the hourglass concepts and understanding and comprehensions. Do you hear me? I say thank you for being here. Thank you. Look how raggedy my knuckles look. That's from beating them walls. But I thank you. I praise. I lift up and I magnify his holy name. For he is worthy of the praise, honor, and glory. I mean, the creator of all things. I will definitely see y'all again at another time. Y'all be blessed, and I'll see you again next week.